So, good day, Miss. I'm Regine Mae, Concha, and this is my video presentation about Assignment 3 National Income. So, first is define the following. So, GDP, GNP, exports, imports, and net exports. So, GDP is gross domestic product, the total monetary or market value of all finished goods and services produced within a country borders in a specific time period. So, B is GNP, gross national product. So, the total monetary or market value of the finished goods and services produced by a country residents regardless of their location in a specific period. So, C exports. So, goods and services produced domestically and sold to the other countries. So, imports, goods and services produced in other countries and purchased domestically. So, net exports, the difference between a country's total exports and total imports, exports or imports. So, second is differentiate GDP from GNP. Explain truly the difference and give examples. So, the key differences lies in where the production occurs. GDP measures production within a country's borders, while GNP measures production by a country residents. So, example, a U.S. company has a factory in Mexico. So, the goods produced in that Mexican factories are included in Mexico's GDP. So, but they are also included in the U.S. GNP because the company is U.S. owned. So, conversely, a Mexican company operating in the U.S. contributes to U.S. GDP, but to Mexican is GNP. So, third is differentiate exports from imports and net exports. Explain truly the difference and give examples. So, exports represent goods and services sold to the other countries, increasing a country's income. So, imports represent goods and services both from other countries, decreasing a country's income through increasing consumer choices. So, net exports show the net effect of international trade on the country's income. So, example, if a country exports $100 billion worth of goods and exports, so $80 billion worth, its net exports are $20 billion. So, $100 billion minus 80 billion, a positive net export indicates a trade surplus, while a negative net exports indicates a trade deficit. So, fourth question is, what are the methods in computing GDP? So, write the formula each method. So, there are three main approaches. So, GDP equals C plus investment plus G plus X minus M, or GDP C plus I plus J plus NX. So, C is consumption spending by household. So, I investment spending by business of capital goods. So, G is government spending. So, X is exports, M is imports. So, NX is net exports. So, X minus M. So, income approach, GDP, compensation of employees plus gross operating surplus plus taxes less subsidies on production and imports. So, compensation of employees' wages, salaries and benefits paid to workers. So, gross operating surplus, profit earned, business taxes less subsidies on production and imports. So net taxes paid by business. So production approach, value added approach. So GDP is the sum of value added at each stage of production. So this approach avoids double counting by only considering the value added at each stage, not the total value of the final product. So fifth question is states examples of each category. So subcategories if from the main category if in the formula in computing GDP approaches. So example of GDP components. So GDP expenditure approach equals C plus I plus J plus NX. So C is consumption to durable goods, cars, furniture, appliances. So non-durable goods, foods or service, healthcare, education, entertainment. So investment, business, fixed investment, new equipment, buildings, software, residential investment, new houses and apartment, changes in inventories, goods produced but not yet sold. So J is government spending, so capital spending, road construction, new schools, national defense equipment. So currency spending, road repairs and maintenance, teachers salaries, government office supply, transfer payments, social security benefits, unemployment benefits. No transfers payments are not included in GDP calculation because they don't represent the production of goods and services. So NX net exports, so exports cars sold to the other countries, software licenses sold in international tourism revenue. So imports cars both from other countries, foreign made electronics, imported food.